Hi everyone, it's Gemma. Welcome back to Pampered Wolf. In this video, we're going to be talking about those affordable drugstore makeup items that are either on par with or better than their luxury makeup alternatives. Now, this is not going to be a dupes video. I'm going to tell you that right from the get-go. So there are no dupes in this video. I am working on that video though. I'm working really hard on that video. In this video, we're just going to go through some of the items that I just think are amazing value for money, as well as being great quality as well. So let's jump into it. If you are new here, hi, my name's Gemma. I upload 2 to 3 videos here on YouTube every single week, and I'm also on Instagram if you fancy checking me out over there. It's at Pampered Wolf, all lowercase, no spaces. I would really appreciate it if after this video you've enjoyed what you've watched, you come and join the Pampered Wolf Pack. They are a super friendly bunch by clicking on that subscribe button and also the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Let's jump into the first of 8 products. Okay, so the first product is a primer, and it is a phenomenal primer at that. This was recommended to me by my friend Stephanie Marie, and she really has not done me wrong at all. It's a really good primer, and had I just been shown the product and felt the product on the back of my hand, I wouldn't have had a clue that this was an affordable product. So this is the Revlon Color Stay Prep and Protect, and it's just really, really nice. So it's got a slight tint to this. As you can see, it's a very loose, liquidy formula, but it's really hydrating. It's nourishing on the skin without being overly so. So I've got a feeling that every single skin type is going to be able to get away with this. And my skin is super, super dry, and it loves this primer. It smooths everything out. It just creates a lovely, lovely canvas for the rest of your products. It sinks in beautifully. You're not waiting forever for this to sink in. And it doesn't have that really slippy texture that a silicone primer will give you. So I'm not saying that this will fill in all of your pores. If you've got large pores, you may have to try a different product, but it definitely works for me. Just smoothing and perfecting, and it feels lovely on the skin, and it's not drying. I absolutely love it. I'm going to link all these products in the description box, but I highly recommend, if you haven't tried this already, because this isn't new on the market, but if you haven't tried this already, you give it a go, because I don't think you'll be disappointed. The next 3 items that I'm going to mention are either tinted moisturizers or foundations, and I'm going to link them as one item. So this is item number 2. And it's 3 items. I'm cheating slightly. So the first item is the one that I feel like is the best out of all these 3, but that's because it's my personal preference. I like a sheer to light coverage on my skin. This is the NYX Better With Me Tinted Skin Veil. I honestly think this is better than some of the really high-end luxury tinted moisturizers that I've had on my skin. Now, I'm not naming any names because, I mean, this isn't a dupe for any of those, but I think out of all the tinted moisturizers that I have, and I have a lot of them, this is my favorite, and it's the one that I reach for the most. It's really hydrating. It's got that really beautiful dewy look to the skin. It's not radiant though. It doesn't have any sparkle to it. It doesn't have any sheen on the surface of the skin, but it is dewy. You can mattify this down if you feel the need by using a powder on the top of it, but I absolutely love this. I think it's lovely. It's a tinted moisturizer, so it's not going to be super, super long lasting on the skin, especially if you have an oilier complexion. But for me with a dry skin, I love this. This is in the shade Natural Soft Beige, which is slightly too deep for me. But as I wear this mostly in the summer months, it tends to work. And because of the actual spreadability and blendability of the product, it just It feels really nice on the skin, it blends out really nicely, and you can get away with it. One shade will suit multiple skin tones. So yeah, I just really, really like this. The next foundation product I want to mention is again from NYX, and it's the NYX Born To Glow foundation. This is so great. I think this looks the same on the skin as the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. Now, it's not a dupe by any means because it doesn't have the same ingredients in there, but it looks the same on the skin for me, and it's a fraction of the cost. I really, really like it. The shade that I've gone for is the shade Light, which, if I can show it you on the back of my hand, is really, really nice. If you are my shade twin, you may want to pick this one up. It's just really lovely. The reason I like this foundation so much, it gives just enough luminosity to the skin. It's extremely flattering without being overly dewy, and I don't feel like it's overly radiant either. A lot of people have actually said that this looks quite matte on their skin. I like to shear this out and apply it with a damp blending sponge. I feel like that's more flattering on my skin, but mixed together with the Revlon Color Stay Prep and Protect, this is a great base for this. Absolutely phenomenal, especially if you have dry skin. So yeah, this is definitely a hit for me. And once again, if I didn't know that this was an affordable product, if I just got the product without the packaging, I would think that this was much more expensive than it actually is. The last foundation I want to mention in this video is my personal favorite. I love this. I absolutely adore this foundation, but it's not readily available absolutely everywhere. And if you can get it, I think the shade range has decreased dramatically since it was originally launched. This was supposed to be discontinued, or so I thought, but when I mentioned it in my Ali Glines 21 questions video, and if you haven't seen that already, I will link it up here for you, a lot of people said that this in the US was still available at Walmart, so that is the reason that I'm putting it in this video, because I know at least some of us can still get their hands on it. In the UK, this is readily available on quite a few websites as well as in Boots as well. This is from Physicians Formula, and it's the Healthy Foundation. I love this. I was so cross when they said they were discontinuing this, because this is just... it's the stuff of dreams for my skin. I love it. You can have quite sheer coverage with this, but it will go on quite a medium coverage. And the shade for me is absolute perfection. This is LN3. It comes with a doe foot applicator, which I've never been that keen on, but I apply it to the back of my hand or to a palette, and you know, it's not too bad. But yeah, the shade for me is absolute perfection. The consistency of this is absolute perfection. Like I said, it goes on medium coverage, but you can shear this out using a blending sponge. You can mix this in with a little bit of moisturizer if you want to do a tinted moisturizer that day. And it can be built up to a really high medium coverage or even a low full coverage, but I don't find that that's the most flattering way of wearing this foundation. So I mean, it's just to die for, absolutely to die for. And I was so pleased when a lot of you commented to say that you could get this in Walmart. I think it was Walmart, it might have been Target. Please comment below where you can get this in the US, because I originally thought that it had been completely discontinued, but you know, if it hasn't, I mean, this is great. This is absolutely fantastic. These next two items in position 3 are concealers. Both of them are from the same company, which is Revolution. You all know I absolutely adore Revolution concealers. The first one I've mentioned on my channel a lot. This is usually my go-to affordable concealer. It's from Revolution and it is their Conceal and Define Infinite. This gives super coverage. It's really long lasting. You need very little. You have to be quite careful with this product, but I mean, it's just, for me, it's absolutely amazing. Now, a lot of people say that this is quite a drying formula. I personally don't find that it is, but do bear in mind that some people do say that they feel that this is quite drying. If I prep my under eyes, which I do on a daily basis anyway before I put concealer on, using a cream and make sure that I'm fully hydrated under there, I do not have an issue with this at all. So this is my first pick. Absolutely love it. The next concealer I want to mention is again by Revolution. Actually, this is by Revolution Pro. Is it just me that gets bored with all these different Revolution sister companies? I think there's Revolution Pro, there's Makeup Obsession, there's about 10 others or something. I lose track. Anyway, this is Revolution Pro and it is a kicker of a product. This is supposed to be a dupe for the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I don't think that it actually is a dupe for that, but it's still an absolutely phenomenal product. So this is really creamy in texture. It feels nourishing and hydrating whilst also having the amount of coverage that I need. It just feels really nice underneath the eye. It blends out really beautifully. It's effortless. I've got the coverage. It doesn't crease on me. Now, I'm going to just put a little caveat in there. It doesn't crease on me if I apply one layer. If I feel like I need the extra layer, so I'm doubling this up, then I need to set this in place. So I just wanted to mention that because, you know, I can wear this without powder underneath my eyes if I'm just applying a small amount. If I need that little bit extra, I do have to powder it in place, otherwise it does crease. This is another one of those products that if I hadn't seen the packaging, I would probably bet my life on this being a luxury item. It's that good. The formula has been really well thought out, silky smooth, really hydrating and nourishing underneath the eye. There's just no way I would think that this was an affordable makeup item. The next item that needs to be mentioned in this video is just superb quality for the amount of money that you pay. Now, this is from number 7 and it is the Translucent Perfect Light Loose Powder. They also do this in a pressed powder. It is just as good in the pressed powder. It's just personal preference. So pick up whichever one you generally prefer. I've actually started preferring a pressed powder for underneath my eyes, so I desperately need to pick this up in pressed powder form as well. But this is the loose powder form and it's just to die for. It's absolutely to die for. So it does come with a little powder puff, which I very rarely use, but if I am out and about, it's a great thing to have. And it's a slightly pinky tone, which is absolutely perfect for me. Now it's translucent, so it's going to disappear into your skin. You're not going to get that pinky shine on the skin, but yeah, I adore it. It's really finely milled. It's superb quality for the amount that you pay. I mean, this rivals every single powder that I have in my collection, pretty much. It's really good. This next product is not going to be a shock to any of my regular viewers. This is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. Now, this is absolutely phenomenal. I'm not going to go into masses of detail on this because all my regular viewers are probably rolling your eyes saying, "You're talking about it again?" This is just unbelievable. I have never, ever tried anything like it in a higher end product that I preferred. I've always come back to this one. I've even tried Anastasia Beverly Hills brow products. I've tried Benefit brow products. Always came back to this one. It's my preference. I really like it. It does a great job. Got it on today. And yeah, if by any way, shape or form, my words of just sheer delight on this product have fallen on deaf ears and you haven't been out and tried it yet, what are you thinking? This is super affordable. I think it's about £9 and it lasts me a really long time. Considering I use it every single day, it lasts a really good while. And I always have a spare just in case, because, you know, it's one of those products that I get a little anxious if I don't have a spare in the drawers. So yeah, absolutely amazing. I definitely recommend it. Next item. Now, this is another product from NYX, and I'm not saying that NYX is the best brand out there imaginable. There are some products from NYX that I don't particularly get on with that others will absolutely love, but they are a great, affordable brand, and usually the quality of their products are really up there. This is definitely one of those items. This is one of the NYX Professional Makeup lip liners. This is in the shade Nude Pink, which is absolutely perfect for me. It's my favorite one, but it's just super smooth, really, really smooth, easy to build up. This is a really weird angle for my hand to be at. I feel like I'm doing a sock puppet. Hello, how are you? Sorry. What am I doing? So yeah, it's really, really easy to blend out. You can apply this all over the lip if you want to. I do find that the more affordable a lip liner is, the less hydrating they are. So if you are one of those people that like to apply lip liner all over your lip, or apply the lip liner and then blend it into the full body of the lip, then the more affordable you go, the more drying you may find it. But I haven't found that these dry out my lips yet. So yeah, I really, really love these products. Definitely worth a go. Okay, this next item is a mascara, and this is not a dupe, but I want to show you two different ones, one from a high-end product and one from an affordable product. Now, this is the e.l.f. Lash It Loud mascara. Now, mascara is one of those products that everybody likes different things, because it all depends on what climate you live in, whether it's humid, whether it's hot, whether it's really dry, what sort of activities you do, whether you've got oily eyelids, whether you've got really dry eyelids, that sort of thing. So there are so many things in the mix when people are choosing a mascara, and things that I love, other people might really not like. So take this as you will. This is my favorite affordable mascara at the moment. I just feel like it's just so great. Yeah, the packaging is not luxurious, you know, but the product inside really, really works. Now let me show you this wand. This wand just grabs every single last lash. And I'm quite surprised at that, because I mean, there's not much to it. And then their Real Magnet mascara from Benefit launched a few weeks ago. And if you have a look at the wands of both of these products, they are very, very similar. Now, this is not a dupe. The e.l.f. is not a dupe for the Benefit Magnet mascara. It's really not. The formula is completely different. But the applicator, the wand, is very, very similar, and it coats the lashes in a very similar way. So I've always said that higher end mascaras tend to be more of a wet formula, and the wetter and the creamier the formula, the more hydrating the formula is for the lashes, which is why it's more expensive and luxurious to use. I really like this, and I don't find it a really dry product. I don't find that this dries out my lashes. I think it's a really nice product, and the effect that it gives me is excellent. So it's definitely one that I recommend. And the last product in this video is from Maybelline. Now, I've only just tried these and I was shocked. Absolutely shocked. These are the Maybelline Lifter glosses, and I mean, I've got them upside down. Sorry about that. Here we go. Take two lifter glosses. They are beautiful. I've got these in two different shades. These have hyaluronic acid in these. They're just stunning. So I've gone for Silk, which is 004, and 008, which is Stone. I have Stone on today. Now, the reason I like these so much is they are super, super pigmented. This is probably the most pigmented affordable gloss that I have ever tried. Very, very similar to the Hourglass glosses, which are my favorites. Also very similar to the Wayne Goss lip glosses, which have serious pigmentation and they're beautiful and hydrating and luxurious to wear. These aren't a dupe for those, but they're really similar. The major difference with these is the flavor. So the Wayne Goss and the Hourglass both have that minty flavor, whereas these have a very similar fragrance and flavor to the Physicians Formula butter bronzers. That pineapple and coconut sort of summer fragrance. I'm not gonna lie, it's not my favorite. It's not a flavor that I enjoy a lot. For the most part, that I went on holiday one year to Ibiza and drank far too much Malibu and pineapple. So it reminds me of that oh dear moment. But I'm not taking anything away from this, and a lot of people absolutely love that scent and that flavor. So these definitely deserved a mention. It doesn't linger, the smell and the flavor doesn't linger on the lip for an incredibly long amount of time, which made me very, very happy. Let me just swatch these two shades for you because they are just glorious. So the top shade is Silk and the bottom shade is Stone. You can see how pigmented these are. And they're not super sticky on the lips, which sometimes you would think that they would be. But they're also not super, super long lasting either. So you will have to reapply this throughout the day, which I would expect from a gloss anyway. But I love the effect that this gives on my lips. I love how it feels on my lips. There is no stickiness whatsoever. It just feels like a lovely, thick, creamy lipstick. It's really, really nice. So that's it for this video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Do let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below. If you want this to become a regular series, also let me know in the comment section, because I mean, there are some amazing affordable makeup products on the market. I haven't tried them all yet. So as I try them, I will write them down in my book. And if you want me to do more of these a little bit later on down the line, I am very willing to do that for you. I really hope you've enjoyed this video and hope to see you all in the next one. Bye everyone.